Well, we want to welcome everyone in for another one of our live streams here. But this one's going to be a special live stream today. Danny and I with Determined Truth have been so blessed to work with pastors in India for a number of years, but through live streams or Zoom, we meet with them once every week. We meet with 3-4 different groups, sometimes upwards of 100 different pastors and stuff. So, Danny, welcome today, and thanks for joining me.
Yeah, Rob, we have some very, very special people. I mean, about 18 months ago, when you and I were there in person, and we spent a good deal of time with this family, and got to know them and their extended families in ways that just were what a blessing. And it's an incredible honor that we have them today. So tell us a little bit about them, because you've known them for quite a long time now. So I want you to introduce them to us.
Sure. Yeah. So we're going to welcome in just a few minutes Karunakar Reddy and his wife Gayatri. I taught Danny back in 2009. One of the things I've done, I've been to Nigeria and other places in the world to go to. I went to India and taught at a school in Delhi, and I taught 2 classes for I think a week or 2 weeks. I was there, and it was a great opportunity meeting these students and an interesting situation. And after I left, some of the students continued to keep in touch with me, and they became Facebook friends, and I began to track them. And they're all, they all have a lot of needs. They really do. That's one of the things I think we want to get across, right, Danny, is that they're not as privileged as we are. They don't have as many assets and opportunities. So they're, looking for us for support and things like that. But one of the ones that I kept closely in touch with was Karunakar Reddy. And I was watching him on Facebook. We became Facebook friends, and I'm following him. And about 2015 or 16, him and several others were like, "Hey, Pastor, Rob, come to India. We'll do all these great things." And I'm like, "I don't want to go to India." And so Karunakar's like, he kept at it. Come, we'll do this and we'll do this and we'll do this and we'll do this. And I'm like, "There's no way we're going to do all that stuff." I mean, I thought, well, if we did all that stuff, it would be worth going, but there's no way. And then I'm thinking, well, I'm watching him on Facebook. I'm like, well, one of the things he said we would do, we'd film all these things on his TV channel. And I know he has a TV channel because I saw it on his Facebook feed, and he would post these things. And I thought, well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to preach on Sunday, and I'll leave Sunday afternoon out of Los Angeles, a 2-hour drive to LA airport. I'll fly straight to India. I'll get there Tuesday morning, like early morning. I say, Karunakar, you fill up Tuesday morning and Tuesday night. And we'll film stuff in the afternoon, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then I'm leaving Saturday morning first thing, or late Friday night, and I'll get back to the United States, sometime on Saturday, because the way the time change works, they're 12 and a half hours ahead. And I'd get back, and then I could preach again on Sunday, and I'm going to take any weekends off, right? And I'm thinking that way, if it's a bomb and it doesn't work, I only lost 4 days on the ground. It wasn't too big a deal. I got there. Karunakar picked me up at the airport. We had a 3-hour drive back to Pitagorala, his village. And Tuesday mid-morning, we had 100 or more pastors in this group that I taught. And then in the afternoon, I did a couple of TV things for his TV channel. And then in the evening, we had an outdoor like evangelistic crusade. And there was 200-300 people there on Tuesday night. I'm like, wow, that was pretty good. Wednesday, same thing, except we traveled to another area because these pastors were too poor to travel to Telugu. So we went to another area, another 100 or more pastors. And I'm thinking, wow, these pastors are all looking at Karunakar. He's like 27, 28 years old at the time. They're all looking at him as the leader. And here's another 100 pastors. Did some more TV in the afternoon, outdoor thing in the evening, 300 people are there. And then Thursday, another group of pastors, about 150 in a different, we drove like an hour to get to this place. And we had like 450 pastors that all saw him as their leader, and even though he's a young man, he was organizing this whole thing. It was incredible. And then Thursday night we did the crusade, or maybe it was Thursday night. Thursday night we did the crusade, and there was 800 people, 900 people there. It was incredible. And I'm thinking, what a dynamic leader. And then during the day, he's taking me to a few other places. Like I have a church here. I have a church, he has 3 churches that he oversees. And then on Friday, we'll talk about this a little bit with him. We went to his village and met his family where he grew up. Very, very poor rural family. You're talking like this little plot of land that has like a couple, maybe 100 homes. I don't know, 50 homes. He can answer that. And they're all farmers. There's no front door. There's actually open, of course, to one direction where the rain doesn't come through in that direction. And I thought, this was the most incredible leader I have ever met. And so we've kept in touch with him ever since. And obviously you got to meet him as well. So let's bring him on and get to meet Karunakar and his wife Gayatri. So Karunakar, introduce yourself. Tell us some more about who you are. And thank you for being with us today.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for this wonderful opportunity that you have given to us, sir. This is Karunakar Reddy. Once upon a time, when I not accepted Jesus, that time my name was Brahma Reddy. Like it's a
Oh,
Hindu God name, God's name. When I was child, my father kept that name to me, and after that, after accepting Jesus in my life, I received as a Karunakar Reddy. My name, sir, and
Wow.
I'm the only son to my father. Actually, I had a brother with him. With my parents, he used to live, but while he was studying 10th class, he passed away, sir.
oh, I
So
didn't know
Oh,
that. Oh,
wow. I'm
wow.
sorry.
Okay.
yes, sir. At
Oh,
present,
okay.
I am the only son to my father, sir.
Wow.
Okay. And this is your wife, Gayatri. And are the girls there? Can you bring them on camera for just a minute for us?
Yes, sir. I have a beautiful family. My
Oh,
two kids. Come. This is my wife, Gayatri.
yeah, hi, Gayatri. Good to see you.
I got you.
Yes, sir.
That,
And this is Samiksha.
Samiksha, your oldest
Oh,
daughter.
Samisha
Hi,
and
Uh,
Samiksha.
Sophia.
and this is Sophia, sir.
All right. And how old are your girls?
She is 9 years old, sir. Samiksha is 9 years old,
All right.
and Sophia is 8 years old, sir.
All right.
Wonderful.
Excellent. Excellent.
Wonderful.
Family.
Excellent.
So great to see him.
All right. So Karunakar, tell us a little bit more about how you came to faith in Christ and what happened. Tell us a little bit about your story, and then we'll ask about Gayatri's story.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So I was born and brought up from Hindu background family.
Okay.
We never know Jesus from my fathers and forefathers. We have been all have been as a Hindus,
Hindu.
and
Okay.
yes, in our area, I mean in the Andhra Pradesh, where I live in India, southern India. So in Andhra Pradesh, there is a caste system is there.
Okay. A
Uh,
caste system. Okay.
yeah, caste system is there. In that
Yeah.
caste system, we are like second grade or third grade caste
Okay.
in Andhra Pradesh. Reddy family from we are Reddy family.
Okay.
So uh, basically, we in our family, no one knows Jesus. All the in this community in this caste, they never accept Jesus. They are very traditional Hindu families. From
Yes.
that family, I have born and brought up from that family.
Okay.
My father and my grandfathers, they all are they are very like uh, very traditionally they're worshipping idols and do the sacrifices to them and travel to the temples and give some sacrifices there and lot of idol worships they do. Such a way I was born in my life, sir.
Okay. So your family was practicing Hindu. They weren't just Hindu, but they actually went to the temples and did and sacrificed to the idols and things like that. And there
Yes,
are idols everywhere. If you haven't been to India, by the way, there are idols everywhere. So
yes,
yes.
sir, everywhere. But we families always from my forefathers, we are worshiping idols and never know Jesus means we my forefathers that they don't know Jesus, sir. That's a bad thing in our life, sir. So when I was child, I had a lot of sicknesses in my body, sir. Like because of my poorness, my families, my father and mother, they are very poor from poor background. They are not able to see me as a properly and care for me. Because of that, I got a lot of health issues. They just left in the home and go to the field, and while they're coming time I eat a lot of mud on the streets and without clothes and without
Wow.
food. Like that I was staying there, and when I was child, so because of
Yeah.
that all things my health got corrupted, sir.
Okay.
And my so the doctor said that he's having pneumonia like tv in my body, sir. and they said that take him to the hospitals so that he may survive. Otherwise, it will increase, this problem will get increased, and then he may die. So they said that like that, and at the time my parents, they're very poor. They're not able to afford to take care of my life. So because of that, they were just kept me like that. And one
Mm.
day, I just wanted to share, bring one of my auntie here, sir.
Okay.
Uh, her testimony, little bit about her, sir. She's
Yeah. Auntie's she's dynamic. Yes.
Yes, sir. She's my mother's elder sister, sir. So when she was child, she has also some seizures and some health issues, sir. So that time my grandmother take her to the church, and because of her, my grandmother, they become known to Jesus. And that time my grandmother, dedicated my elder mother to God. She said that if she lives, she is for God's work. If she dies, let her die. Like that, she
Okay.
just kept in the church, and she
Wow.
went back to the home, sir. So she grown in the church, and finally she come to know about Jesus, and she started believing him, and God healed her completely and used her mightily for his kingdom, sir. So she was doing very good ministry in the villages, and like walking miles, and doing ministry, sir. So she was very good at that time. So one day she heard about me, and she came to my village to see me, actually, that time. So my situation was very bad, and if I been left there for some more months, I would have died, sir. Actually, I would not.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
not.
why were you eating mud, and
I was
what caused? Why were
I
you
was
doing
child,
that?
that time, very child, like 2 3 years old, and
Oh.
I just they just live there and go to the fields, sir. And we unknowingly, I go and to the ground and eat all the
Oh.
things because of that very small age at that time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right.
So my situation was very bad, and she felt sorry about that, and she said to my parents that I will take him for some years. Will you allow us? So my parents said that yeah, you can take, because we are not able to sustain him. We are not able to take care of him. He is getting lot of problems, health issues. We are not able to treat him, and not able to take him to the hospital also. You take and leave us, they said. So finally she it took me to her home,
Okay.
and she prayed for me, and she taken care for me, sir,
Yeah.
at that time. And because of her prayers and her hard work, I become little bit better, sir. And and after some years, I'm okay with her. And when I was like 15 years old 15 years old, until 15 years old, I was there only with her only,
Oh.
to travel
Okay. All right.
there, traveling here and going sometime to parents, and coming back to auntie, like that.
To your aunt. Yeah.
She started to take care of me, sir, because
Okay.
she don't have marriage,
Yeah.
and
She
she
never
don't
married. Yeah. That's right.
got married. Because of that, with the love, she adopted me.
Okay.
And when I was 15 years old, and I come to know that my parents are important, very important to me. You
Yeah.
are not important to me. So I just said to her, and I gone back to my
Okay.
village. And my father is like, he's uneducated, sir.
Yes.
Like,
Right. Yeah.
he doesn't know anything. He just do the work, and
Yeah.
just eat. That's it, sir.
Yeah.
Other than nothing, dreams he has, nothing visions about kids, nothing is
Okay.
there in his life, sir.
Okay.
After going back to my home also, his behavior is same, sir, for me. He
Okay.
never cared for me. He never no loves me. He said that I don't love you. I never love
Okay.
you. You are
But your
not my.
brother was your brother still alive? Your brother still home at this point in time?
Yes, sir. In
Okay.
that, in between, after me, one girl born, sir. One girl born when she was child, like same health problem to came to her also, and
Okay.
they have taken one village doctor, and he injected one injection. Because of that injection reaction, she passed away. and and also after that, one more boy born, and he was staying with them. And when he was 15 years old, he also passed away. And after his death, I just gone back to my father, sir. And that time, from that time, I lived for some years there. And at that time, I forgot Jesus. And sometimes when I stay back with my auntie, I go to the church and listen word of God. And these all things, just by forcefully, I used to do, sir. Because he took care for me. That's why I just, to please her, I just go to the church and do sit there,
Okay.
just just pleasing her.
Just
And
to please your aunt. Okay.
yeah, please my aunt. So like that it is happening, sir. And gone back to my father again and started doing idol worshipping again.
Oh,
Again, I started my life back and doing. Now I am okay now, so I'm becoming elder. I don't need any my aunt's support like that. I thought, and started my journey, sir. And that time again, God, I don't know. There's a God's plan in my life that I don't want, go back to my home. That's not God's plan actually. So I tried a lot to sustain in my life, but nothing happened. No education. Eighth class fails, sir.
oh, you failed eighth class. Okay.
I fail eighth class, eighth
Oh my
standard.
goodness.
Yeah. When I go to the school, only once in a week I go to the school. Such
Okay.
a way I used to like that, sir. So like that, my life happened, and no success in my life. Failures because of that. My father also, beats like anything me. He's good for nothing. He's
Mm, right.
waste. He I gave birth to him. Like that, he scolds like anything, and he says to me that you do that work and you do that work. Like that, he treat me like a slave, sir. And sometimes he beats me like anything, sir. That,
Hey, I didn't know
and so
that.
my
Okay.
life become a very problematic again, sir.
Yeah.
And success in my life. So that time I like political son, sir.
Okay.
The younger son took away all the properties and gone
The
back to.
prodigal son. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So like that, I started to think about my life, sir. What I am doing. When I was with my auntie there, I was when I'm okay, but what happened to me again? Like that, I was so sad, and I was sitting like that, sir. One day again, my auntie came to me to see. So she had a talk with me, sir. That she said that you have a God has a plan for you, and God has chosen you for God's ministry.
Yeah.
uh, and this is not your place. The place where God planning is different for you. This is not God's plan. If you obey for this, for God's will, you will be no, you will be taken care of in God's hand. Otherwise, your life will go away. This is what God told me to say you. So if
Okay. Now, how old were you then? How old are you at this when she said that?
like 18 years something, sir.
Okay. All right. Wow.
18.
18.
18 years. So then I tried a lot to success in my life, but whatever I do, that all things, becoming failure. And finally I remember my auntie's word, and obeyed to her, and came back to my auntie. And and then I started my journey, sir. Then this is what my all my past
Wow.
life, sir.
Well, Gayatri, we want to hear your story too. So, can you tell us give us a little background about your life, how you grew up, and how you came to know the Lord as well? By the way, for all those listening, she's going to speak in her native language, and Karunakar is going to translate for her. So, listen carefully.
Praise the Lord, sir.
Yeah, praise.
మా ఫ్యామిలీ అందరు కూడా హిందూ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్, అందరు కూడా దేవుల్ని పూజించే వాళ్ళు. అయితే
So my family also, from beginning, from forefathers, and we are also same community, like a Reddy community, from Reddy caste. So we are also worshipping idols and worshipping goddesses in our family.
అయితే మాకు ధనం సమృద్ధిగానే ఉండేది, తినడానికి బాగానే ఉండేది, కట్టుకోవడానికి కూడా వస్త్రాలు మంచిగానే ఉండేవి. కానీ కొన్ని సమస్యల వల్ల కొన్ని సమస్యలతో సతమతం అవుతా ఉన్నాం.
In my family, we are very well enough with money, uh, and my father also is very government employee, like army doing, so army employee, and we are all things are very fine in our life, but we have lot of problems in our families.
అయితే కొన్ని విషయాలను బట్టి మా ఇంట్లో సమాధానం లేదు, నెమ్మది లేదు, ఎప్పుడు కూడా ఏడ్చే పరిస్థితిలో మా కుటుంబం ఉంటా ఉంది.
Financially is okay, but some other problems in our family, because of that, we every day in our family, my father and mother, my grandfather, they cry like anything every day because of the problems.
ఇంకైతే ఒక రోజు మనశ్శాంతి కోసం ఒక గుడికి వెళ్ళడం జరిగింది, సాయిబాబా గుడి అని.
And in those situations, I was also very sad, and to get peace in my life, I just went to the temple, that is, his name is Sai Baba temple, to visit and to pray there, and to get some peace in my heart.
ఇంకైతే అక్కడికి వెళ్ళి వచ్చేటప్పుడు ఒక ఫ్రెండ్ మధ్యలో కలిసింది నాకు.
So there I did all my pujas and everything there, and returning back to my home. While I was coming back, in between, one of my friend who is a Christian, I met her.
ఆ రోజు చెప్పింది, నేనే సత్యం, నేనే మార్గం, నేనే జీవం, నా ద్వారా తప్ప ఇంకే ఎవరు కూడా పరలోకం తీసుకెళ్ళలేరు, సమస్త విషయాల్లో కూడా దేవుడు విజయాన్ని ఇస్తాడు, ఆ సమస్యలకి పరిష్కారం దేవుడు తీసుకొస్తాడని చెప్పి ఆమె చెప్పింది నాకు.
So by visiting her, she said that, from where are you coming? So I said that from temple I am coming. So what happened? Any problem? She asked me. So I said, we have a lot of problems, no peace in my heart. We are suffering some family issues. Because of that, we are crying like anything. So I shared my family situation to her, and she said that one word from the Bible, that, Gayatri, I wanted to say one thing to you. Jesus is a God, and he's from the Bible. She said that I am the way and truth and life. So Jesus can give a life to you, and he can change all the situations, whatever in your family, that all things can be changed. So why don't you pray once to Jesus? She said to me like that.
ఇంకా ఆ రోజున ఇంకా ఇంతమంది దేవుల్ని నువ్వు ట్రై చేసావు కదా, ఒక్కసారి జీసస్ని నువ్వు ఒక్కసారి ప్రేయర్ చేసుకో, దేవుడు ఖచ్చితంగా నీతో మాట్లాడతాడని చెప్పింది.
That time she said to me that, you visited a lot of gods and goddesses, and you worshipped, and you have been doing all the things. So why don't you try once to try Jesus, and why don't you pray to him? He will make a way for you and your family, and he will definitely deliver you from all the situations whatever you are facing in your family facing problems, this all things will be taken away. Trust once and pray to Jesus, he said to me like that.
ఇంకా ఆ నైట్ నుంచి నేను ప్రేయర్ చేయడం, మా నాయనమ్మ వాళ్ళు నిద్రపోయినప్పుడు ప్రేయర్ చేయడం, అదేవిధంగా మా తాతగారు కూడా మార్నింగ్ 5 కల్లా లేచి చన్నీళ్ళతో స్నానం చేసి పూజ చేస్తా ఉండేవాళ్ళు. అదేవిధంగా మా తాతగారు లెగవడం తెలిసి నేను కూడా లేచి అదే టైంలో ప్రేయర్ చేసేదాన్ని 5కి అలా లేసి.
So when she talked with me that time, I forgot and I went back my home, and after going to home, go back. After going to home, I in the night I started to think about her words, what she said to me, and 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 that day, I don't know why I remember that words. And my grandfather is a traditional Hindu man. He get up every morning at 5 o'clock and he take head bath with cool water, and he do the worship, idol worship, and keep the all the this all pujas they he used to do. At that time, secretly in my room, while he was doing that, and I started praying Jesus.
ఇంకా 3 ఇయర్స్ 1.5 ఇయర్ దాకా నేను ప్రేయర్ చేస్తా ఉన్నాను. చేసినప్పుడు దేవుడు ఒక దర్శనం నాకు చూపించి ఉన్నాడు. ఒక దేవదూత వచ్చి నన్ను చర్చ్‌లోకి తీసుకెళ్తున్నట్టు నాకు చూపించి ఉన్నాడు.
So from that onwards, 3 years secretly I was praying to Jesus, and secretly I am every day praying to Jesus. And after 3 years, I got a dream that one of angel taking me to the church. So that I saw the dream.
వచ్చినప్పుడు నా ఫ్రెండ్‌కి కూడా నేను షేర్ చేయడం చెప్పాను ఈ విషయం గురించి.
So immediately I met with my friend, and I shared these things what happened in my life, that about appearing angel in my dream. So what it means, I asked her.
ఇంకా చెప్పిన తర్వాత ఆ అమ్మాయి కూడా పాస్టర్ గారికి వెళ్ళి చెప్తే ఆ పాస్టర్ గారు కూడా దాని గురించి ప్రేయర్ చేశారు.
So then after that she said that I'll take to the pastor and he will tell you what it means, these all things. So come with me, so we will go and meet with pastor.
సో ఒక జనవరి 1కి నేను వెళ్ళడం జరిగింది. దేవుడి యొక్క ప్రేరేపణ వల్ల. దేవుడు వెళ్ళే డిసెంబర్ 31 దేవుడు వాక్యంతో మాట్లాడాడు. భయపడకు జడకు, నీకు దేవుడు తోడై ఉన్నాడని చెప్పేసి దేవుడు మాట్లాడి ఉన్నాడు వాగ్దానంతో, స్వరంతో మాట్లాడాడు ఆ మాట.
So then pastor said that God has a plan for you, and he is telling you to go to the come to the church. And so like that, when he said to me that, and I made a confirmation that, and that I wanted to go to church. So in the January 1st, I started going to the church from January 1st, which is a year 2012. In 2012, I started going to the church in the January, and then after sometimes God appeared to me, and in a voice he said to me that do not be afraid, I am with you.
దేవుడు అలా మాట్లాడుతూ వస్తూ ఉన్నాడు. ఇంకా ఆ రోజు నుంచి అయితే దేవుణ్ణి ఎప్పుడు కూడా విడిచిపెట్టలేదు.
So from that day onwards, I never leave Jesus, and secretly these all things, praying and fasting and going to the church, everything is secret, and never leave church. Every Sunday I go to the church.
ఇంకా అలా వచ్చాను.
Yes.
So how old were you, Gayatri, when you began this journey? So you said it was 2012. Now, how old were you at that time?
ఎంత ఏజ్ ఉంది నీకు?
నేను 10th.
ఎంత ఏజ్ ఎంత?
ఏజ్ 15,
16 I think so.
Okay. So she was also a teenager when she started.
She was 10th standard, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, 10th grade. Wow. All right. Now, Karunakar, your story goes on where you decide that you're going to become a pastor, and tell us about why you decided to become a pastor, and how did your family respond to this?
Yes, sir. Well, this this is one of the biggest miracle in my life, sir. That I never liked being as a pastor while I was child. I mean, 15 years old, and even go to the church also, just because to please my auntie. I used to sit in the churches. Such a way I was there, and finally, my aunt, when she talked with me, then I accepted that word and gone back to my auntie, sir, and she said that more about God's plan about in my life. And then I heard her voice, and I started to pray, and began my prayers. That from that day I started my prayers, sir, and God literally in the morning, early morning, 5 o'clock, sir. He gave a vision to me, sir. Vision, sir. That I was doing a work, sir, somewhere that I don't know the place. I was doing lot of work and carrying um, lot of suffering, lot of carrying big luggages in my shoulder, and doing lot of big works, sir. And finally, and from in the evening, I got nothing, sir. After all the hard work I did, I got nothing. And that dream I shared with my auntie. So she said that no, whatever you do in your life, whatever you do in your life, that will not fruitful. That will not be fruitful, because God has chosen you. It God is talking you that God is talking you that you are chosen for God's work. You have to do only God's work. Then your life will be in success. So that from that day I started praying, and then I went to Bible college, and 1 year completed, sir, and started doing ministry. So my father, he left me completely, sir.
Mm.
Before he used to come and talk and at least talk, but when I took this decision in my life, he said that with my relatives also, that he is waste fellow. He become Christian. He become like low caste people. He become he is a like that. He used to tell my parent, my
Yeah,
relatives, and
yeah.
all. And he said that he told me that if you do the work in your life, a business or job, then your life will be good. Listen to my words. Don't listen to your auntie. So like that,
Oh, wow.
yeah, he told me, sir. And but I didn't take his words, and I started what God is talking to me, and what God is planning for me. So like that I started and went Bible college and completed 1 year Bible college in Hyderabad. And then I went to Delhi. So there I studied 3 years, and after
Yep.
that I came back and I started church ministry personally in Pidugrala, sir.
Now, Gayatri, you also come, obviously, as you mentioned, from a Hindu family. You talked about doing all these things in secret. At what point did your family find out that you had become a Christian, and how did they respond to your becoming a Christian?
సో నువ్వు సీక్రెట్ గా అలా చర్చ్కి వెళ్తా ఉన్నావు, అలా చేస్తా ఉన్నావు. మరి ఎలా నువ్వు చర్చ్కి వెళ్తున్నావు అని చెప్పి వారికి అర్థమైంది? వాళ్ళు ఎలా రెస్పాండ్ అయ్యారు? వాళ్ళు ఎలా నీ విషయంలో పోయారు?
ఎవ్రీ సండే ఫ్రెండ్ దగ్గరికి అని చెప్పేసి వెళ్ళేదాన్ని. బైబిల్ కూడా తీసుకెళ్లేదాన్ని కదా కొన్ని రోజులు.
Every Sunday, I say with my parents that I'm going to my friend home, and even I don't have Bible at that time. And without Bible, I go there, and I kept my Bible with my friend, and from there, with her, I go to the church.
ఇలా వెళ్తూ ఉన్నప్పుడు కొన్ని రోజులకి మమ్మీ అడిగారు, నువ్వు ఇదే టయానికి వెళ్తున్నావు, ఇదే టయానికి వస్తున్నావు, ఎక్కడికి వెళ్తున్నావు అని చెప్పేసి మమ్మీ అడిగారు.
Like that I was doing. So one day my parents got doubt, and my mother asked me that every Sunday you are going same time and coming same time. What is happening? What you are doing? Where are you going? So like that she asked me.
సో, ఇంగా చర్చికి వెళ్తున్నానని చెప్పాను.
Then when she asked me, I opened my mouth and said that I started going church.
సో, మన సమస్యలకు దేవుడు మాత్రమే పరిష్కారం తెస్తాడని గూడా ఆ మాట కూడా చెప్పాను.
And I talked with my mother that all our problems, whatever we are having problems in our family, for all these problems Jesus can give relief, and that's why I'm going to the church. Like that I talked with her.
ఇంగా నెక్స్ట్ మా తాతగారికి గూడా తెలిసింది.
And immediately my mother said to my father and my grandfather also that she is going to church.
ఇంగా కొట్టడం, తిట్టడం మొత్తం జరిగిందనమాట.
They were really shocked by listening that word that I'm going to church, and immediately they got very angry on me, and sometimes they have beaten me. Why you are going to the church? And they scold me, and on the Sunday they just close the door and keep me in the home. Like that they behave to me.
ఇలా నువ్వు ప్రార్థనకి వెళ్తే మాత్రం ఇంట్లో ఉండొద్దు, ఇంట్లో నుంచి వెళ్ళిపో అని కూడా అనే సిట్యుయేషన్స్ కొన్ని వచ్చినాయి.
If you go to the church like this, you are not allowed to stay at home. You can go anywhere you want. We don't want you anymore. You can go away from the home also, they said.
కానీ అలాంటి సమయంలో కూడా వాళ్ళ మాట పట్టించుకోకుండా ఒకటే ప్రార్థన చేస్తాను. ఏ గృహంలో అయితే సేవకుడు అడుగుపెట్టి ప్రార్థన చేస్తాడో ఆ గృహాన్ని దీవిస్తాడు అని చెప్పేసి పాస్టర్ ఎక్కువ వాక్యం అది చెప్తా ఉన్నారు. ఆ వాక్యం నాకు మనసులో నాటుకుపోయింది అనమాట. ఎలా అయినా సరే పాస్టర్ వచ్చి మా గృహంలో అడుగు పెట్టాలని చెప్పేసి నేను 1.5 year ప్రార్థన చేశాను.
So I obeyed to them, but secretly I started again praying and fasting and praying for them that I have a belief that if God's servants come to my home and pray, really all our problems will go away. Like that I have taken a decision that, and even though not going, they're not allowing me to go to the church, but secretly I started praying for this thing that one day pastor should at least come and step in my home. Like that I started praying about that.
అలా ప్రార్థన చేస్తా ఉండగా ఒక రోజు పాస్టర్ మా ఇంట్లో అడుగు పెట్టారు. అంటే అది ఎలా అడుగు పెట్టారంటే మా నాయనమ్మ గారికి అసలు హెల్త్ బాగోదనమాట. నడుము ఆపరేషన్ చేయించుకున్నారు. 2.5 years మేము మంచంలోనే, కనీసం వాష్‌రూమ్ కూడా మంచంలోనే ఎళ్ళే అంత పరిస్థితిలో మా నాయనమ్మ గారు ఉన్నారు. అసలా కొన్ని సిట్యుయేషన్స్‌కి ఏం చేయాలో అర్థం కాని పరిస్థితి. ఎలా అయినా సరే మా నాయన దేవుడు స్వస్థపరుస్తాడు అనే విశ్వాసంలో నేనున్నాను.
So I got a chance that to introduce pastor. My grandmother, my father's mother, she become very sick and she become bed person. She was not able to wake up, and everything in the bed only. She cannot walk and she cannot even move around. Such a disease she got, back pain disease. So because of that she was laying on the bed. So I got opportunity to share about Jesus to my family, and I said that we invite pastor one time. If he pray for our grandmother, definitely she will wake up and walk. So like that I requested, like anything, lot of request I said to them.
అయితే మా తాతగారికెళ్ళి కూడా చెప్పాను. ఫస్ట్ మా నాన్నమ్మ గారికి చెప్పాను. దేవుడు పాస్టర్‌కి ఖచ్చితంగా ప్రార్థన చేస్తే నీకు తగ్గిద్ది. సో ఒక్కసారి ఇంట్లోకి రానియండి పాస్టర్ గారిని అని చెప్పేసి మా తాతగారి యొక్క మనసు దేవుడు మార్చాలని ప్రార్థన చేశాను మరి ముఖ్యంగా.
Yeah, I prayed to God that my grandfather at least agree to at least one time pastor to come in my home. So then I asked them about coming pastor and praying for the grandmother.
టైం వచ్చింది. పాస్టర్ గారు మా గృహంలో అడుగు పెట్టారు. అడుగుపెట్టిన వెంటనే 2 డేస్ సంఘస్థులతో సహా వచ్చి కూడా మా నాన్నగారి గురించి ప్రార్థన చేశారు. ఎప్పుడైతే పాస్టర్ గారు ఆ అమ్మాయిని చేయబెట్టి ప్రార్థన చేశారో లేచి అప్పుడే కూర్చుంది.
Then finally, in no other option, because they have done all the things whatever they can. Because of that, they got fed up, and finally my grandfather agreed to come pastors, and not only pastor, church members also.
Oh, wow.
All together they came and visited my grandmother, and they all prayed for her. And after prayers, I think 2 weeks or 2 days or 3.
2 డేస్ ఫాస్టింగ్ ప్రేయర్ పెట్టారు. ఆమె గురించి ప్రార్థన చేశారు. వెంటనే లేచి కూర్చుందనమాట. దేవుడు ఎంత అద్భుత కార్యం అది.
2 days they fasted and prayer in their home, and immediately after prayers she got up and she was standing.
దేవుడు అంత గొప్ప కార్యం జరిగించాడు. అప్పటి నుంచి మా నాన్నగారు మారడం జరిగింది.
And from that day my grandmother slowly she started to believe Jesus.
Amen. That's great. And that's wonderful story. Now, just to kind of move the story forward a little bit, I know, Gayatri, you had told your parents at some point that you would only marry a pastor. So tell us how the two of you got together, and how did they respond to that, and how did you two end up meeting and getting married?
Yes, sir. అది మీరు ఎలా ఇప్పుడు మరి మీరు హిందువులు కదా, మీరు ఎలా మీ ఇద్దరు కలిసారని చెప్పేసి అడుగుతున్నారు.
సో దేవుడు అంటే ఒక బలమైన నమ్మకం వచ్చింది. నాలాగా ఎంతమంది యవనస్తులు సఫర్ అవుతున్నారు నాకైతే తెలియదు, కానీ సో అట్లీస్ట్ నా సువార్త వల్ల ఇద్దరైనా రక్షణ పడతారని చెప్పేసి నేను సేవకు రావడం జరిగింది.
And the time when God healed my grandmother, and then I had taken decision that strongly I wanted to do the God's work. At least from my side, at least 2 young people they should come to the Jesus and saved. A lot of young people are perishing, and so many young people are going away from God. So I have a burden for them, and I took decision that at least some people from my side I have to bring them back to Jesus.
వివాహం గురించి సో వివాహం కోసం ప్రేయర్ చేస్తా ఉన్నాను. అయితే ఇంకా ఒక పాస్టర్ గారు రావడం జరిగింది. సో ఆ పాస్టర్ గారు తీసుకురావడం జరిగింది ఈ సంబంధం.
సో then she has taken decision that if I marry a pastor who is my husband, means I will have a more opportunity to do God's ministry. And then I shared with this thing to my family, and they were yeah.
చాలా మంది అన్యుల్లో గవర్నమెంట్ జాబ్స్ వచ్చిన వాళ్ళు చాలా మంది ఉన్నారు నాకు ప్రపోజ్. అయితే నేను ఎవరిని కూడా అసలు వద్దు అని చెప్పేసాను మొహమాటం లేకుండా.
So and this thing I shared with my parents that I'm going to marry a pastor. I want to marry a pastor, and they were amazed, and they were shocked by hearing this. And my parents said that why you want to marry pastor, and you are accepting Jesus is only the big mistake. And again you are another problem you are making us, that you are going to get pastor as a husband in your life. No, we never allow you. So you have to marry what we are suggesting you. So you have to marry like we have so many contacts, and we have so many boys like who is doing government jobs and well settled families. So why don't you go and marry? So like that they brought many proposal to her.
ఇంకా చేసుకుంటే నేను పాస్టర్ గారు చేసుకుని, లేకపోతే అసలు చేసుకున్న వివాహం అని చెప్పేసాను.
And then I made a decision, and I declared that if I want to marry, I will marry only pastor. Then I will be like this only. So don't force me, don't do anything, don't bring any other proposal to me. This is my final decision, and like that I declared to them.
మాకు తెలిసిన వ్యక్తి ఇక్కడ ఉన్నారు. ఆయన ద్వారా ఈ ప్రపోజ్ రావడం జరిగింది.
And then how I come to know to Gayatri means I run a TV channel, sir. And in that TV channel, I used to preach. Sometimes I appear in the TV channel, and one of the pastor, he saw me, and he knows Gayatri's family, and he went.
Okay.
Yes, he went and said that Gayatri, the one person is there. He is also from same community, same caste. So like that, he told about me, sir.
సో అలా మ్యాక్స్
Finally, sometimes they did not agree, sir, or their parents, they did not agree, but she again prayed and fasted, and she used to do a lot of fasting, sir. Why I know? Because her grandfather visited my home, and while talk is going on for marriage, and he said that my granddaughter, she become Christian, she become prayers, and she always fasting. She is not listening to us. I don't know what to do. We don't know what to do. We beaten her, and we have brought many
Wow.
proposals to her, but she never allowing anyone to marry. I don't know why she has chosen you, and why she pastor. We are not understanding. Like that, he talked with us, and without any interest, they don't have any interest on us, sir. And they accepted, and finally, on by force, they agreed, sir.
Now, if you're listening here, that the craziness of the story is that these are arranged marriages. So usually, right, Karunakar, the daughter doesn't usually have a lot of say in this, right? So Gayatri's really standing up for, I'm going to marry a pastor, and forcing her parents and grandparents' hands. That's incredible. So wow, she is so great. If you guys haven't gotten to meet her yet, of course, many of you haven't. So Karunakar, tell us a little bit about your parents now and the testimony there, because I mean, I went to your village and I met your father, and briefly about that story. You brought me to your village and very modest home, and your father was like not the happiest person, I think, to see us, because as you said, he wasn't happy that you were Christian. He wanted you to get a government job and make good money and make the family proud. And I think you said at one time that your father said, you're like a beggar, because you're raising money from people and you're like a beggar. So tell a little bit more about your father and the story there in terms of what happened after that and all the way up to today.
Yes, sir. Especially in our area, pastors are very in a situation that they go to the homes and get some money, like small amount they give, and when they pray to God, they give only like 5 rupees, like 10 rupees. That we have to take, sir. Like that, it is happening. My father mocked me at me and said that you are doing a job that like beggar you are doing. You are going home to home and praying for them and getting little money. That is also life you are living. Like that, he scolded me and he mocked at me, and finally I never mind his words, sir. But only one thing I decided that God has a plan for me, and I have to I have a plan for him. I have a plan. God has a plan for me, and that so many people are waiting for me. Like that, I was decided and started moving forward, sir. And finally, he understood, and he thought that he will not come back. His life, let it go like this, and like that, he happened, sir. So he was not happy, sir, when you came to my village also. That time also, even though he welcomed you, when someone comes means like others comes means he's okay, sir. But internally with me, he's not okay, sir, with me.
Okay.
Personally, we don't have such a relation, sir, such a bonding. We don't have, sir.
I could tell that was the case. It was obvious. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So then what happened is God really has a plan for him also.
Yes, he does.
Sir, everything that he got coronavirus, My mother and
He got COVID,
father,
yeah.
both of them got COVID-19, sir.
Yep.
And my father supposed to die, sir. Supposed to die almost in the last stage, sir. He is, and I thought that one night he will die because his pulse gone down, sir, like 35, I think so, sir. Uh, I got lost hope, sir, on him, but I forgot everything, and God, Jesus, no, forgive all your enemies. My enemy in my life, I can say that my father only, sir. So, but I forgive him, and when he was in the problems, I went him and I picked him, and I took care of him, and we were praying for him, and praying for him, and you also prayed for him,
Yep.
and at the time he don't have money also, sir.
Right.
Even I don't have money also to care, at least some money needed, sir, to attend in the hospital. Nowhere,
Yep.
nowhere not allowed, and government hospitals also fully closed, fully
Yeah,
blocked.
yeah. So COVID had struck India so bad by this time that there were just no hospital beds, and you were driving everywhere just to find him a hospital bed, and then you had to drive for hours and like even over a whole day or more just to find him oxygen, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That time, these all things he has been watching, and I took an opportunity at the time in the traveling time. I have taken opportunity to share him about Jesus. This is your final time. I don't know whether you will live or not. I don't know. It is not in my hand. It is not in God's. It is not in doctor's hand. It is in your hands. At least in this time, can you, if you can accept Jesus, if you can pray, if you can invite him in your heart, and there will be a chance to live. I said to him, sir, and without by hearing that words one night, sir, he himself he started praying, sir, that if I live, I will live for you. Like that, he prayed, and God really healed him, sir. And not only healing, sir, to admit in the hospital, he doesn't have any money, sir, at that time. But God opened the doors for him.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
because of that, yes, sir. You all
Yeah.
know, sir. Yeah, you raised some money for him, sir.
Right. Some of the people watching helped support, and the people watching were praying. And he knew that, right? He knew that Christians in America and yourself on Gayatri were praying for him and
Yes,
financially
sir.
supporting him. And you actually had to take him out of the hospital early because you didn't have enough money to keep him as long as he needed to stay. So he actually left early, and he
Yes.
still got healed, right?
Yes, sir. He got healed, and immediately when he healed and he is okay, then he gave promise to God that after
Yeah.
my health is okay, I will take baptism. So
Wow.
Wow.
like that immediately
Yeah.
he has taken baptism, and I only have an opportunity to give baptism to my father, sir.
Yeah. To
Yeah.
baptize your own. Yeah.
Like
What a
that.
great story. Now,
Father is to give sons, sir. Actually, in everyone's lives, father is a person, like elders used to give to sons baptism. But in my case, I gave baptism to my father, sir.
yeah, what a great
Wow.
privilege. What a great privilege it was.
The privilege in my life, sir.
Yeah. Now, Gayatri, when we were there last year, we had the opportunity to meet your family, to go down. Your parents were so welcoming to us, and we had a meal in your home, and they even let us pray for them. And so I know that they're still Hindus, but they seem to really love and respect you and your daughters and your faith. So talk a little bit about your own parents' journey in this, because they at one point they were locking you in your room, and now they seem to really love and respect what you're doing. And they were so gracious and hospitable to us when we were there. It was a privilege to be in your
Yeah.
home and to pray for them.
Mhm.
So tell us a little bit about where your family is now. How are they doing?
ఇప్పుడు మరి మీరు అంతా ఉన్నారు కదా, ఇప్పుడు అంతా బాగానే ఉన్నారు. ఎలా మరి మీరు ఆ, ఇప్పుడు మీ పేరెంట్స్ మీతో బాగానే ఉంటున్నారు? మేము కూడా వచ్చాం కదా అక్కడికి, వాళ్ళంతా మమ్మల్ని కూడా బాగా ఆహ్వానించారు. మీ పిల్లల్ని కూడా ప్రేమిస్తూ ఉంటారు, మరి మిమ్మల్ని కూడా ప్రేమిస్తూ ఉన్నారు. సో ఫస్ట్లో అట్లా ఒప్పుకోలేదు కదా, మరి ఇప్పుడు ఎట్లా, ఎందుకు ప్రేమిస్తున్నారు అలా? ఇప్పుడు ఏంటి, ఎలా వాళ్ళ సిచ్యువేషన్ ఎలా ఉంది, ఇప్పుడు ఏ విధంగా ఉన్నారు వాళ్ళు?
సార్ ఒక్క దేవుడిని నమ్ముకున్నాడనే ఇదే గాని నేనంటే చాలా ప్రేమ సార్ వాళ్ళకి.
They love me very much, sir. But one and only thing that they don't like in my life is that I accepted Jesus. Because of that, they hated me, sir.
సో వాళ్ళ జీవితంలో కూడా వాళ్ళకి తెలుసు ఏమంటే అస్సలు ఒక 20 years నుంచి ఒక సమస్యతో బాధపడతా ఉన్నాం. దేవుడు మాత్రం వాటికి పరిష్కారం తీసుకొచ్చి ఉన్నాడు.
And one of the problem that they have been facing like 20 years, sir. 20 years they have been having problem in their life. So that thing gone away after my marriage. So after my marriage and
సోఫియా 9th month అప్పుడు పోయింది సమస్య.
So when my second baby Sophia, when she was in 9th month pregnant, I was pregnant at that time, and that problem gone away. So because of that, they were little bit good thinking about us, and we love them, that, and we care for them and we pray for them, and we both are by God's grace we are very good.
సార్ మాకంటే పరిచర్లు వాళ్ళే ఎక్కువ ఉపయోగపడతా ఉంటారు.
Yeah. So in the beginning they thought that this will be a problematic for their family. This marriage will be a problematic for their family. But after marriage, they recognized that this is best decision that Gayatri has taken in her life. And then they started loving us, even though they did not accept Jesus till now. Every day they have to do pujas and traveling to the temples, pilgrims.
Yeah.
Even though they travel, their life, their beliefs and everything is same, but they respect us. They respect us and
Yes,
they love
they
us.
do.
And even though they do all the things, but they support to like our children and we they support us, and they support even sometimes in God's work also.
Wow. So if you're watching this here, I want to encourage you just to be praying for Gayatri's family, her parents, her grandparents. They're having some illnesses in their family. And for this culture to see miracles like this happen is another way of testimony for them to come to faith in Christ. So if you're watching, I encourage you to be praying for Gayatri's family, her parents and grandparents, and for their healing, and that they can come to faith in Jesus as well. And so, and I'll add, Karunakar, one of the greatest joys when Danny and I went last year was the fact that I got to see your father again, and this time I saw him in church, right?
Yeah.
And he's sitting in the front row in church, and he's worshiping, and his hands are up, and he comes up and he greets me with a smile and a handshake, and just the incredible life transformation. So, hey, Karunakar, tell us a little bit about your church family, about your ministry, and the vision you have. You want to start a Bible college, because there's hundreds of rural pastors that I mentioned at the beginning that look to you as a leader that have no Bible training or theological training at all. So you have a vision for that. So tell us about your church family, the ministry as a whole, and Gayatri can speak too if she wants as well. And then tell us about your vision for the school.
Yes, sir. Really, this is wonderful question, sir. I just had an opportunity to go and study in the Bible college, sir, where sir, Delhi. There I suffered a lot, and the food also, like spoiled one. They used to give us like that. We ate, and the only one focus is my focus is to learn word. So I have a thirst for word. So like that, I stayed back there and for 3 years and completed and come back to the my own village, sir. And we started in 3 areas, sir, like 3 villages. We started, and there's some so many people are coming to the church, and the main branch is in Pidugurala, sir, where we are staying. So like around 70 families are coming at present, sir. All are from Hindu background, sir. All are from Hindu background.
Wow.
purely their by our, I mean, our prayers, like our visiting to them, and we are just praying for them and keep on talking with them and loving them, like that. So many Hindu families are added in our church, sir. So we faced a lot of problems, even sometimes no sleep also in our lives, sir. We having two kids, small kids, and sometimes we could not eat also sometimes, sir. Such a
Mm.
problems we faced, sir. But we never shared. I am a person. I never share my
Yeah.
problems to grandfather or their family or my family or my even.
Yeah.
I only keep in my heart, sir. But sir, I sometimes I share with you, sir. So
Yeah. Yeah.
like that we stayed, sir. One day, when we were living on homes, sir, that there all the trees, and one snake also came. That time, luckily, Gayatri and kids are not there, sir. One snake just came on my bed, sir.
A snake. Oh my goodness.
Such a problems we faced, and
Yeah.
those all things, God is faithful, sir, and He has been blessing us. He has been very faithful to us, and slowly God is increasing church also. And we
Mm-hmm.
don't have one church to worship, sir. I just taken one Hindu community hall, sir, like function hall, Hindus.
Yeah, you're renting a hall from a from a Hindu owner. Yeah.
Yes. So then there I started our prayers and also. Before also we used to stay in a home, they were they rented, and they said that vacate that house. And then after that I taken function hall for the prayers, and like that we started, and we could able to establish in three villages, sir. We were doing ministry, and in two places I could able to build small churches, and there God is working, and I am sending some of our church members to there. And this is what present we are doing ministry, sir. I have a plan that, sir, my burden is I travel Delhi. We don't have Bible college, sir, at our place. A lot of pastors you met, so many pastors, they are
Yes.
not educated, sir. They're not educated, and simply they just uh, accepted Jesus, and immediately they started ministry, sir. They
Yeah.
don't have education at all. So
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is
Let me interrupt really quickly. So for those who are listening, Pitagorala is there are 30,000 people, so it's not small, but it's a village. It's on the maybe kind of the central, but towards the eastern coast of India. And you're probably what a 10-hour train ride or more from Delhi. Hyderabad's 3 hours by car. So what you're saying is there's no Bible colleges around in that whole large area. And you want to train these pastors, and they don't have any training. So I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just want to make sure everyone understood.
yes. Yes, sir. No college nearby, sir. If anybody want to study Bible college, Bible study Bible, they have to travel around, around 24 hours journey. In bus means 5 to 10 hours, like that. They have to go and study, sir. But my desire is to start Bible college here, sir, in Piduguralla, and that is also especially my focus is on pastors, sir, who are already doing the ministry without training, sir. This in this between, I have a wonderful opportunity that you have given to me, sir. By Zoom meeting, you are giving teachings to them. The teachings are very helpful for their ministry, what they are doing. Before they have a lot of questions in their mind, and influencing by other people, and they do the ministry, sir. But now real truth they are knowing, and around 15 to 20 people are coming to our Zoom meetings, pastors.
Our
So
Zoom
they are
meetings. Yes. Yes.
meeting every often they call me, and they say thanks to me, sir, because such a wonderful opportunity you have given to us. You are able to uh, we could able to learn more, and whatever doubts we have regarding Bible and ministry, those all doubts we could able to clear it, and do the better ministry we are able to do. So like many pastors are without training they are having, sir. My desire also is that if pastors, they cannot go far away and complete their training, sir. Even full time also they cannot go and study. That's why God have given one thought in my mind that at least 10 to 20 pastors, get them and train for weeks, sir. 1 week in a month, 1 week, sir. Full
One
week.
week a month that you want them to come to your church, your home, your facility, and
Yes,
you're
sir.
going to train them one week a month for 2 years.
Yes, sir. For 1 year,
Oh,
at present, I am planning one year, sir.
1 year, okay.
It's 1 year. If it goes well, 2 years also we can continue it, sir. If
Okay.
it goes well and other subjects. So in 1 week we wanted to complete one subject, sir. 10 months, 10 subjects. That's the plan,
Okay.
sir.
There
I'm
you
Okay.
go.
having. So I wanted to give full accommodation to them, sir. Here only in our building. So giving food to them and being families here only, and
Yeah.
morning
Yeah.
till evening listening and learning word of
Yeah,
God.
Great.
yeah. And Karunakar and I have been working, and Danny's going to join us as well, on actually framing this program and creating this program. So the pastors will come like Monday through Friday, 1 month a year. And of
1
course,
month,
then
1 week a month.
1 week a month. Thank you, Danny. One week a month for a year. And then in Danny and I's evenings, we will teach, which is morning for them in India. And then Karunakar will work with them and teach them, and they'll form community and shape them, and we'll get them as broad an education as we can, and then send them home. So Karunakar is gonna house them for a week. They're gonna have food for a week. They're gonna have fellowship and community for a week. Danny and myself, and maybe Vinny as well, we'll teach them for the weeknights there. So looking forward to that program.
Yes.
Thank you. Wonderful.
When we were there last year, we had the wonderful privilege of being with you at the dedication of this new building that you've been constructing.
Yeah.
You honored us in a way that was very special to us.
Wow. Yeah,
But
it was.
we were able to pray with you about this building. So tell us, a year and a half later, what's the status of the building? Are you ready to begin? When will you start worshiping in the building? So give us an update on your facility that you've been working on.
Sir, really, this is a wonderful miracle in our lives, sir. We never imagined that we will construct that such a building in our lives, sir. But because of God's grace and His mercy, we could able to start the by faith. We started kind of started taking place and started construction there in that, sir. So we lost hope, sir, in our life that we cannot buy land and we cannot build a building. And I have a fear in my heart that if this functional goes away, all the work whatever we did from last 10 years, this work will be vain. Everybody will start it away and they will go back. So like that we were praying. So God really opened the doors and we could able to take the place and started construction in that. Downstairs we are planning homes, sir, and upstairs we are having church. So almost church work is going to complete, sir. At present, electrical work is going on, and also plumbing work and flooring. By 14th of August, we are, if God willing, by 14th of August, we are planning to inaugurate that building,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
that's a
say
special
that
time.
I can say that, sir, because of all your prayers, sir, so many people prayed for this need in our family, in our ministry, sir. Because of all your prayers, only really, not only this, sir, so many miracles in our life, sir.
Hmm.
Amen.
So many miracles in
It's
my
great to
life.
hear.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
I started journey with you, sir, uh, I never imagined my father will get baptized. This is dream, and still now it is a dream in my life, sir. He accepted Jesus. He took
Amen.
baptism. Uh, it's a wonderful miracle, sir, in my
Yeah.
life. Uh, that
Yeah.
that really that is a more than greater miracle in my life, sir.
Yeah.
So that happened in my life, and so many miracles. Whenever we share our prayer request to you, sir, really we received God's healing in our health,
Yeah.
and even recently also today also one wonderful miracle, one wonderful testimony that Gayatri's father, he got reports, sir, that
Oh,
is not.
good. Okay.
Great.
All right. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we were praying for Gayatri's father. So again, we meet with Karunakar weekly, and we take a time of prayer for the needs for the different pastors and the community members. And then it's not just Danny and me praying for it, but we have a prayer team with Determined Truth. And I send an email out to them. Hey, here's all the prayer requests, and they're praying. We've seen families that have had no children, and India having no children is a big issue, and they've conceived children. We've seen people getting healed. We've seen faith turned around. People getting jobs that had no training and no education.
Yep.
And then this building. Let me share a couple of pictures really quickly here of the construction there. So, let me see here, Facebook. Yeah. So here's the building. It's almost finished, as you can see there. And is that the downstairs? That's the upstairs, Karunakar?
Yes, sir, is the church electrical work and
That'll be
ceiling
where
work.
the church meets there, and so you can see that building. So a phenomenal facility. And you can see out the windows a little bit there. It's kind of rural, and there's a tremendous story that I wish we had time for to kind of get into that story of how it came about. Let me go back to here. How it came about that you got this land and you were able to buy this building, and a tremendous testimony. And I don't know if Danny wants to finish up with anything at all as well, but one of the things I'd say is, there's a lot of great ministries out there. There's, World Vision and Compassion International does wonderful things with children. There's IJM that does wonderful things for justice ministries. There's wonderful ministries out there. But one of the things that I've always felt strongly is if you train a leader, if you pour into the life of a leader, you're affecting hundreds and maybe thousands, especially if they grow up other leaders underneath them. So the story of Karunakar and Gayatri and their family, this is making a difference and making an impact.
Yes.
So I just and I tell Danny all the time, Karunakar, that when I get off the call with you on Friday, it's Friday morning for us, it's Friday evening for you. I'm more blessed than you are, So
that's the same for me too. That's my favorite morning of the week is I'm up next week, so I'm looking forward to that. So
yeah, you got the next 2 weeks. So
I'll be up for the next 2 weeks with you. But
yeah,
I think too, there's so many great stories that we did get to tell today. Rob and I got to participate in a commissioning service for your wife for Gayatri in ministry, which was a special time. The story behind her being involved in ministry and what she's doing in your church is something maybe next time we'll have another time we can hear more about that particular thing. But that was a wonderful day. But I agree with Rob. When I was young in ministry, I was doing training leaders in Europe. And now at the sort of the end of my ministry, I get to come back and focus on training leaders. And it's an incredible blessing for me as well. So we love you guys, and we love being a part of what God's doing there in your community.
Yeah,
Finally,
and
I do say a heartfelt thanks to you, sir, and your team, Pastor Rove and Pastor Danny, and all other your teams, sir. Really, I am very thankful to all your team, sir. So your prayers really are very grateful to us, sir. Really, your prayers are so working to us, sir. I mean, in Telugu means I could have explained more, sir, but in English I'm not able to get.
You did great. You did great.
Well, for someone that failed 8th grade, you're doing really well.
Yes.
So you're bilingual. And that
Yes.
says more than Danny and I together know 2 languages. It just happens to be English for me and English for Danny.
Yeah.
But
So from my heart,
it's such a blessing.
Sir,
So
from my heart, I can say that, sir.
Yeah.
I don't know other Indians with what intention they get touch with foreigners, sir. But my intention, my heartful desire is you're like my father, sir, his spiritual
Thank
father, and so many times guiding me and you're teaching me. If 90% of your encouragement and taking me to successful in ministry, sir.
yeah,
You were like really got far. I could not get love from my father, sir. And God gave me like father and guiding me in all the situations. Whatever I wanted to do in that situation, you are guiding me. I feel like God is really sent one pastor from somewhere. I don't know where he is, and he's leading me. Such a
Amen.
way,
Great.
I was very thankful to God, sir, because of your prayers and your encouragement in our lives, sir.
Well,
Thank you.
it's our privilege to
Yes, it
to
is.
serve
So
you and to
much.
thank you so much. So it's 9:45 in India right now, p.m. He's got church in the morning. They got services tomorrow. We're going to let you go. Thank you so much for
Yeah,
your
thank
time.
you
We'll
so
continue
much
this
for both of you.
conversation. And if you want to find out more, go to determinedtruth.com. You can send me an email if you want to know more about how to support their work and the church that they're doing. There's my email address as well. So thank you so much. And Gayatri, we love you.
Man,
Thank you
yes.
so much.
Gayatri,
All right.
good evening, both.
Take care of those girls, and we're looking forward. We'll talk with you more. Thank you guys so much. Thanks,
All right.
Danny.
Bye. Bye-bye.
All right.